So, good day and welcome back to Elementary 72 Gaming. Now, I did promise you that there would be one episode before the boss fight, and well, it kind of got, I'd say a little messed up, but that would be an understatement. It got terribly messed up. So, over the weekend, I live in South Africa, just for by the way, we ended up with power cuts, and this is exactly what I planned the boss fight for on a weekend because when better than the time when you don't have anything else which is serious to do a boss fight. And heaven help me, the moment I decided to start with the second episode, I ended up with a power trip, and as a result, I had to log out immediately. So yeah, everything got put on hold, and I had to wait until power was restored properly. So anyway, next thing that happens is the power is restored. And if you think that that means that things got better, well, unfortunately, no. Things got worse. Immediately after power was restored, the first day we find out that this was going to be occurring throughout the entire weekend. So, yeah, I had to brace myself for not having power for a whole weekend. And yeah, that was about the gist of the main part of the issue for the day. But nonetheless, that isn't even the worst part of my weekend. My weekend only got worse following the first piece of news, and that is, I find out that besides the crazy amount of lack of power that I'm going to have over the weekend, I'm also going to have a secondary problem. Because the power is out, I'm not going to be able to save the game. So I end up breeding up my army. I kill a golem before it manages to wipe out my base full of creatures. And when I log in the next day, I find out that it didn't save. So I have to go back to the last save, which was before I ended up with a base full of wolves. So I go back from 25 back down to 7, and that's exactly where you saw me leave you guys. And I was going to kickstart from 25 and say, here's it, here's the big fight, let's finish it off. But it only gets better from there, obviously. I end up going through with the whole plan to play out the fight, and I realized that I forgot to breathe my boars again. So I don't have meat. So right now, as you're gonna see, my boar farm is really in shambles. I'm being honest about it. You can see it's no longer super packed like it was, and I kept getting it super packed within like 5 or 6 days in game. So yeah, that's what ruined one day worth planning. So in terms of all of this time, I would have had about uh, 12 hours of gameplay before that match, but now all of that is reset. Just for, by the way, I did say that I killed a golem outside my base. Now, I didn't think that the golem would respawn where it was before I killed it. It turns out it respawned. And because I didn't return to my base, it wiped out all of my wolves. So my wolves got reset to 0. Right now, I believe I have 8 wolves at my base, and I have 2 at my breeder base. The 2 for the breeder base are both pups, and on the other side, I have 8 adults. Now, the reason why I don't have 2 pups on there and 8 is because it's very difficult to keep them dropping in. The next thing I have to do is rebuild a staircase to drop the wolves in so that I don't have the problem of them overstacking on me. But nonetheless, that's the easy part of all of the stuff that I have to do. Wait, where am I going? Uh, Sorry, I got distracted for a few seconds and ended up going into the wrong place. I already know where I was supposed to go, and I'm not sure why I went out of the base. That's a bit weird for me. I was supposed to go through the base to the swamp, and I was supposed to go and get some items from the swamp. So yeah, I'm not sure why I made that mistake. So nonetheless, I end up restarting, and right now, as I said, I'm 8 with 2 pups, and I'll show you that after the night changes. Hopefully, then there'll be two fully grown wolves. I'll sit with the wolves for the next few days in game, and that's how I'll get them to breed, because the wolves are a pain to breed. They won't breed if you leave them alone. They only breed if you sit with them and push them close enough together so that they do make babies. Sounds kind of nice, but nonetheless, I'm getting ahead of myself. Things get a lot easier from there. The next thing that you have to do, if you like me and you want to continue progressing with your progression through the game, is you need to make sure that you're ready for the boss. And to get ready for the boss, there are two things you can do. One is you can upgrade a lot of these skills. So, for example, if you can get run up to 100, that means your stamina drain from running goes really low. The second thing is you want jump up to as high as possible. And last but not least, you want at least one fighting skill to be as close to 50 as possible. That will improve your damage with those class of weapons, and it will also make it a little bit easier for you. Right? Now, pole arms are quite a few items. And where's the other one? Spears? Nah, I'm not really so worried about that. Cooking, crafting, I'm not sure why it's so low. Should be way higher. Crossbow, I haven't yet built one. Riding, I don't have one at the moment. Swords, no, not yet. Swimming, well, that is a pain to actually sort out. I've had higher swimming in the past. But yeah, nonetheless, here we go. Sneak is low, all of this. So I need to improve all of this in order to get somewhere. Let me just go back to the swamp. I have enough food active at the moment to make sure that I don't instantly die through the swamp. That's the thing. Right now, it's all about not dying. I should hear all. There's it. That's 6 deaths. There is another fire somewhere close by. I just forgot where it is altogether. I know there's 3 fires. And I know I've dug them all out for the very same reason. Technically speaking, I don't really need to burn wood into charcoal. It's just way faster, way safer, and way easier to burn wood into charcoal instead of coming out here every few hours. Oh, that is not nice. I'd love to have a raid like the wolves on a hunt come through this place. The amount of blood packs that should be left behind afterwards would just be incredible. Remove 3. Ah, let's see how much I can pick up from inside here. Zero. Oh, that's quite nice. And that is also nice. That is even better. That is exactly 40. Let's load up the first one. Load up the second one, grab some wood, load up the two kilns. Because if you're looking at what's inside here, there's only enough for two more. And I need enough for a lot more. I need another stack of 50 wood. Oh, I don't have 50 wood. Now you might be wondering, what do I need circling cores for? Well, once I complete defeating the boss, there's one item I know 100% uses circling cores. That is the oven. And I'm not sure about the rest. There might be other uses for circling cores, but I'll find out as soon as that point is reached. Oh my, the arrows aren't done. And did my arrow completion. Yeah. 100. I'm not sure. I have to get wood again. No. Yeah, I am totally doomed. There won't be enough feathers for the number of arrows I'm making. So there's even more progress that was undone that I forgot about. I did go for a little bit of a bird hunt, and yeah, it looks like it's undone. The only reason I knew that was because I know that I finished all the resin in the base when I finished off my wood. So yeah, there was one of the weirdest ones. I had to go to the farm to get resin and wood at the same time. In case anybody is wondering what the farm is, the farm is a little bit of a project that I have out in another location. Well, anyhow, considering there isn't going to be a fight, and I did say that there was 2 episodes, and this is just a heads up that there was a disaster, and the reason why there might be one more episode than originally planned, just one. So it's not like I'm making a 20-part extra series just because I missed one episode. I figure that 15 minutes isn't a murder on this whole list. You might be wondering, why Why keep eating food? Well, that's because I don't want to lose skill. Skills are really important for these crazy boss fights. Some of you might know what I mean by it because some of you will end up doing what I'm about to do. And that is things like head off to my farm without enough resources and kill everything. Three, one. I believe there's one more around the corner. Two more. Oh, this is even better. They're close enough together that I can just make two. So from 20, I have 5 left, so there's 15. 15 with the number that I have, that will mean I have about 21 in the next run. After all the babies are born and grown up. So yeah, this shouldn't be too bad. Okay, so I will catch you all in the next video where it will be either the boss fight or it will be the video just before the boss fight. If it's the one before the boss fight, I'm not going to do the boss fight. The reason is quite simple. It is going to be the video that leads up to the boss fight. It will be, these are my 40 wolves, or these are my 100 wolves, because I'm not sure whether I'm getting to 100, and I'm not going to do it on a weekday night, on a night before work. That's because I intend to sleep and I intend to get up, and with the current weather, I think it's much better to plan my time more safely. So catch you all in the next one. Until then, have a good day and bye.